Hello everyone, I'm Harrison. Let's have a real talk about something we all chase but rarely understand: money. Most people treat it like a trophy, a gold cup sitting at the end of a very long, very exhausting race. But that's the first mistake. Money isn't the finish line. It's just a tool. Think of it like this: a wrench or a hammer is only valuable when you're actually building something. If it just sits in a box, it's just a piece of cold metal. Money works the exact same way. Without a purpose, it's just numbers on a screen. It is an instrument for building the life you actually want to live. Think of money as fuel. You have this incredible modern rocket ship, your life, capable of taking you to the stars, to your dreams, or to total freedom. But many people spend their entire lives just hoarding fuel in the tanks. They collect it for decades, but the rocket never actually launches. They just sit on a pile of gas and wonder why they haven't moved. I want you to stop hoarding fuel and start planning your flight. Fuel is meant for the journey, not for the collection. The reason so many people feel stuck is that they're running without a map. They're chasing more without ever defining what enough looks like. They wander in the dark without any real landmarks. That is why today, I'm giving you the real wealth map. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme or some secret hack. This is a strategic guide to building a life where money works for you so you can finally stop spending every waking hour working for it. The first stop on our map is actually you. It might sound like a cliche, but listen closely. Your knowledge is the only capital that can never be stolen. Governments can change, currencies can crash, and markets can burn, but what you have inside your head is permanent. Taxes can't touch it, and a recession can't take it away. Investing in your own brain always offers the highest return on investment. When you learn a high-value skill, whether it's negotiation, coding, or leadership, you're essentially upgrading the software of your mind. The better the software, the more valuable your time becomes. This is your personal factory that stays with you no matter where you go in the world. But there is something even more important than knowledge: your health. Think of your body as your internal battery or your primary energy currency. You cannot manage a financial empire or enjoy a luxury vacation if you don't have the energy to get out of bed. Many people say, "I'll grind 20 hours a day while I'm young and rest later." But health doesn't work like a bank loan. You can't just pay it back later with interest once it's gone. Taking care of your sleep, your food, and your movement isn't a luxury. It's a high-performance business strategy. Without energy, your wealth is just a pile of useless paper. Finally, consider your skills. These are your real-world tools for solving problems. The world doesn't pay you for being a good person. It pays you for how complex the problems you solve are. Become the person who knows how. People who possess rare, in-demand skills are never truly broke, even in the hardest of times. Now let's move on to what usually scares people: assets. The word sounds sophisticated, but the logic here is simpler than a children's building set. Wealth is built on one simple formula: buy assets and avoid liabilities. An asset is something that puts money into your pocket. A liability is something that takes it out of there. A huge house on credit that requires a lot of money for maintenance is a liability. Company shares that pay you dividends every quarter are an asset. Your goal for the coming years is to collect machines that generate money. Let's take stocks. Many people think that it is a casino. In fact, by buying a stock, you are buying a small piece of a real business. For example, you become a co-owner of Apple. Now, thousands of the smartest engineers and marketers in the world work for you every day. You sleep while they create new products, sell them, and increase the value of your share. It is like owning a small piece of a giant engine that constantly produces value. Or take cryptocurrencies. This is a new type of asset, digital money that does not depend on banks. It is like digital gold bars. Yes, it is risky. Yes, the price can jump. But it is part of the new financial map of the world. The main rule here is: do not buy what you do not understand. Your understanding of the asset is your best defense against losses. To reach the end of our map, you need to understand exactly how money comes to you. Most people know only one path: active income. You go to work, give your time, and get a salary. This is like running in a wheel. While you run, the wheel turns. If you stop, the money disappears. The problem is that your time is limited. You have only 24 hours in a day, and you cannot work forever. That is why the next level is passive income. This is when your assets start working instead of you. real estate that you rent out, or dividends from investments. This is what gives you freedom. You can go to the gym, spend time with your family, or just read a book, while your money at this time gives birth to new money. This is the real exit from the wheel, but there is also a third path that is often forgotten: intellectual or creative income. This is when you create something once and it brings in money for years. Write a book, create an online course, or record a video. It is like planting a tree. First, you spend a lot of effort digging a hole, planting a seedling, and watering it. But when the tree grows, it gives fruit without your constant participation. This is one of the most powerful ways to build wealth in today's digital world. And the last block of our map is security. Many people start investing without having solid ground under their feet. This is a mistake. The first thing you should do is build a financial shield. This is your fund for emergencies. An amount sufficient for 3 to 6 months of your normal life. This is not money for investment. This is money for your peace of mind. When another crisis happens in the world and you have this shield, you do not panic. You sleep peacefully while others are in despair selling off their assets. This is your financial parachute. The next step is diversification. In simple words, do not put all your eggs in one basket. The world is unpredictable. Even the most reliable company can go bankrupt. Real wealth is a balance. A bit of stocks, a bit of real estate, a cash reserve, and of course, your skills. If one direction sinks, others will help you stay afloat. Real wealth is not created in one day. It is not a sprint where you need to get ahead of everyone at the start. It is a marathon. When you have a map and when you understand the difference between the tool and the goal, the fear disappears. You are no longer just surviving. You are building. You become the architect of your own life. Follow this map, be patient, and remember, wealth is not about how much money you have, but about how much freedom it gives you. Good luck to you on this path. See you.